Right, is it loaded?
It's loaded, yeah. That's what I'm telling
Is
you.
it real?
It's real, bro. That's why do you think I'm telling you?
Jesus
Christ. It's real, it's loaded,
right.
isn't it? So just be careful.
I'll take gloves, yeah.
And guys, in this next news story, 2 men have been jailed after a vehicle stop led to officers uncovering drugs and weapons. Seper Yusuf Ali, who's 22, and David Mehti, who's also 22, both pleaded guilty to all charges put to them. This included 3 counts of possession with intent to supply Class A drugs and 2 counts of possession with intent to supply Class B. Yusuf Ali was additionally charged with and pleaded guilty to possessing a firearm of a length of less than 60 centimeters, possessing a loaded, unloaded firearm and suitable ammunition in a public place, and possessing a firearm when prohibited for 5 years. Mehti was also charged and pleaded guilty to being in possession of a knife or bladed article in a public place and using a motor vehicle without insurance. Both men pleaded guilty back in November and were remanded into custody until they were sentenced just the other day at Bristol Crown Court.
Right, is it loaded?
It's loaded, yeah. That's what I'm telling you.
Is it real?
It's real, bro. That's why do you think I'm telling you?
Jesus
It's real, it's loaded,
right.
isn't it? So just be careful.
I'll take gloves, yeah.
No messing, fella.
I'm being deadly serious with you, bro. I'm saying
I
it's
appreciate what
Right,
you're saying.
listen very carefully, alright?
Yeah.
Is it a real gun?
It's a real, bro.
And it's loaded,
bro.
yeah? Does the safety catch work on it?
There's not got a safety. Look, it's a drill. It's been drilled. Look, take it out. Take it out. I'll make it. I'll show you how to make it safe. Take it out.
No, I'll do that, mate.
And just press. Take the.
No, I'm not touching it. Right, do you want to nick in possession of a firearm? It's real, apparently.
At the sentencing, the court heard how, at around 4:30 p.m. on the 2nd of October 2024, officers stopped a black BMW on Bond Street in Bristol as it was suspected of driving using a clone number plate. After the vehicle was stopped, police approached the BMW and the front seat passenger, Yusuf Ali, informed officers he had a loaded firearm in the waistband of his trousers. Officers located the firearm on Yusuf Ali as well as a machete between the driver's seat where Mehti was sitting and the door. A further search led officers to discovering 2 carrier bags of drugs, and both offenders were arrested and taken into police custody, and the drugs were tested, and officers established the drugs held an estimated street value of around £6,000. The firearm which Yusuf Ali had on him was a converted 9mm blank-fired handgun and was loaded with 4 rounds of ammunition. At the sentencing, Yusuf Ali was jailed for 8 years and 9 months, and Mehti was handed a 4-year prison sentence. Senior Investigating Officer Detective Inspector Nicholas Lawson said it is clear from the weapons Yusuf Ali and Mehti had in their possession that they had the potential to cause serious harm. The pair were transporting a significant amount of illegal drugs that no doubt would have ended up on the streets of Bristol had officers not wisely taken the proactive action to stop the vehicle. Said our inquiries found they were deliberately targeting people who enjoy Bristol's nighttime economy and seek to profit from the misery that such substances caused. Said we will never tire in our efforts to target those that seek to bring drugs to Avon and Somerset, and we will continue to specifically target drug dealers which seek to further the plague and drugs within our community. So guys, that's a new story coming from Bristol Ways. Absolute madness. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And also, if you haven't done so, please subscribe to the channel and drop a like and leave a comment below. And I will also respond back. Once again, big respect, and on to the next story. Slaughter of 18-year-old Yusuf Mohammed in Finchley after Met detectives use CCTV and mobile phone data to identify his killer. Tyrese Jennings was found guilty of manslaughter at the Old Bailey. He was sentenced to 13 years imprisonment. Deputy Chief Inspector Tom Williams, Specialist Crime, said, "Our thoughts there with Yusuf's family. He was a young man with the life ahead of him and they continue to grieve his untimely loss. Hope seeing the conviction and today the sentencing of Jennings brings them some small comfort." Investigation was launched after police were called to reports of a stabbing in Regent's Park Road on Monday, 7th of August 2023. Officers attended along with the London Ambulance Service, and Yusuf from Enfield was found seriously injured. Sadly, he died at the scene from a stab wound to the neck. Detectives found that Yusuf had left his home early that evening and arrived in the area around 9 o'clock in the evening in a car with a number of friends. He got out and went into a nearby restaurant. Jennings was one of a group of 3 males who confronted Yusuf when he left the restaurant, and during the ensuing altercation, Yusuf was stabbed in the neck and the other 3 males made off. Detectives from Specialist Crime began investigation using CCTV and mobile phone analysis and quickly identified the 3 males as Jennings and the 2 boys aged 15 and 16. Jennings was arrested on 14th of August and charged with murder, and he was found guilty of manslaughter. Following an Old Bailey trial, he was found not guilty of murder. The 2 boys, who cannot be named for legal reasons, were also charged with murder, and they were found not guilty of all offences at the same court. Just want to say rest in peace to the victim. Our condolences go out to your family. A failed asylum seeker who tried to murder a postman by shoving him in front of a Victoria Line tube train has been jailed for life. Browa Shorsh pushed Tadusk Podsek without warning from the platform at Oxford Street just a few seconds before the train was due to arrive. The victim, who was on his commute home, was pulled to safety by a man on the platform while the quick-thinking train driver slammed the brakes within seconds to spare. Shorsh later admitted, and he claimed that the victim had given him a dirty look and suggested he had shoved the stranger to calm himself down. The prosecutor said, "This is the stuff of nightmares. It's a case of shocking and random violence." Judge Benedict Keller sentenced Shorsh to life in prison with a minimum term of 8 years and 49 days, telling him the victim had done nothing at all to you to even begin to justify what you did to him. He said Shorsh was generally angry in the moments before the attack and told the hearing, "I'm sure he hadn't looked at you in any sort of hostile way and hadn't done anything he could have foreseen would cause you to attempt to harm him, let alone kill him." The judge concluded it is no exaggeration to say that this was an extremely dangerous criminal act that would strike fear into every traveller on the London Underground system. You were crazy for what you did. Shorsh stood with his arms folded as the sentence was delivered and let out a smile when the judge announced the life sentence. The court heard Shorsh was denied asylum in Germany before he was smuggled into the UK on the back of a lorry in 2018, and he's racked up 13 criminal convictions between 2018 and early 2024, and in 2020 a bid to have him deported was launched. Shorsh claimed asylum, which was refused, and he served 6 separate prison sentences in the UK but continued to remain illegally in the country. So guys, there's a number of stories coming out from the streets of the UK. Once again, if you already haven't done so, please subscribe to the channel. Please give this video a little like and also drop a comment below and I'll respond back. Once again, big respect going out to each and every one of you. It's your boy GT. Keep it locked, keep it real.